Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Right. Wanted to jump on here real quick. Man, just want to jump on here real quick. And something, I do my inspirational moments. And so when I'm on vacation for about a good week or so and really felt motivated today, really feel encouraged. Not that it's not a day that I don't feel encouraged, but my inspirational moment, my inspirational talk today is stay hungry. Stay hungry. Um, I just want to encourage somebody today because I believe a lot of us do a lot of good things. I believe a lot of us, we work hard, we put a lot of time and effort into things that we do. And one of the things that dropped in my spirit, and I felt it was needful to say, is stay hungry. Stay hungry. When I talk about staying hungry, that means don't get complacent. When I talk about staying hungry, that means don't get, weary. Because sometimes what stops us from staying hungry and stop us, and when I say stay hungry, I'm not talking about natural appetite. I'm talking about your drive. I'm talking about your ambition. I'm talking about your dreams. I'm talking about your goals. I'm talking about things that you want to accomplish. Stay hungry. And one of the things that kills that hunger is complacency. One of the things that kills that hunger is, growing weary, growing tired. These things can cause us not to be hungry. These things can hinder our drive or hinder our ambition, hinder the things that we may want to accomplish. And so I want to encourage somebody, stay hungry. Whatever you're dreaming about, whatever that thing that you want to do, stay hungry. Go after it. We want things to just come to us, but go after it, desire it. Especially, I'm talking about good stuff. I ain't talking about bad stuff, things that you shouldn't be desiring. I'm not talking about things you shouldn't be doing. I'm talking about stay hungry. All right. Keep dreaming. Don't allow complacency. Don't allow procrastination. Don't allow these things to stop you from staying hungry. No, you have to desire and want things out of life. And the only way you're going to accomplish those things, you got to stay hungry. When I look at staying hungry, I look at football players and basketball players, and what separates a lot of basketball players and football players is that one particular player, that one particular athlete, they're more hungrier than the other athletes. When you talk about winning championships, that team or that certain players on that team, they're more hungry to win that championship oftentimes than the other players of the other team. So you got to stay hungry. In other words, you got to do what it takes. You got to put in the time. You got to put in the effort that needs to be put in. All right. When you're hungry, listen, nobody has to motivate you when you're hungry. When you're really hungry and you have ambition, you have drive, you have work ethic, really people don't have to motivate you. You already going after it. You already desire it. You already know what it takes to go get it. And so you just got to go get it. You just have to go after it. You have to stay after it. Because guess what? Nobody's going to accomplish it but you. Nobody's going to accomplish it but you. Sometimes we look for people to keep pushing us and motivating us. I came into a season of my life where it's good to have good people in your life that can motivate you, encourage you, give you spiritual insight, all that good stuff. I think all of that stuff is healthy. But guess what? When they're not pouring into me, guess what? When they're not encouraging me, when I'm not getting that text message, guess what I got to do? I got to stay hungry. I got to be able to go after. I have to learn how to encourage myself. I have to learn how to push myself. Even oftentimes when I work out. Now, my workouts don't consist of lifting weights anymore. I don't have to do that stuff. I'm not competing at that level that I feel I have to lift weights and do all that kind of stuff. But the exercises that I do when I exercise, I push myself to get stronger. I push myself so I can become better. Because just because I'm getting older does not mean that that's the time to slack off. One of the things that I've seen is that when I look at some older people and me working at the YMCA, there are people in their 80s and 90s, and guess what? They're still flexible. They're still working out. They're they're eating right. They're doing these necessary things, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm far from, 70 and 80, but those type of things are my motivation. What things do I need to do? And so exercising and stretching and eating right, all of these things are important. All right. How am I tying this into staying hungry? Listen, when I turn 70 and 80, I want to be able to still be strong. I still want to be flexible. There's a lot of people, they struggle to walk because they don't exercise. They struggle to walk. Their knees are not as good. Why? Because there were some things that they could have been doing the previous years to prepare for their older years. And so that's what I'm doing now. I don't want to be 70, 80 years old and I can barely walk. I can barely move. My hips is hurting. My knees is hurting. Listen, we're going to age, but there's some things that we can do that helps us as we age. All right. So you have to stay hungry. You have to do those things. There's some things that the doctor can't tell you. There's some things that even your closest friends can't tell you. These are some things that you got to do for yourself, and you have to stay hungry. You have to keep that motivational drive every day that I'm alive, and thank God that I'm alive another year, another day, another moment. I'm staying motivated. What is it? What is the next thing that I need to overcome? What is the next thing that I need to accomplish? What is that next goal that I need to achieve? I cannot stay the same. See, when you are hungry, you know that you cannot stay the same. Matter of fact, when you're hungry, your motivation is I can't remain the same. When you are hungry, what motivates you is that I have to grow. I have to mature. I have to become better. And so that's the importance of staying hungry, is that staying hungry never lets you remain. It never lets you stay the same. Hunger, when I'm talking about true hunger, true ambition, true drive, true determination. I was telling some of the athletes I was training this week, and I might have said it on my last live I was talking about, and I let them know that I said your frustration is not what's going to help you get through this drill. It's determination. So you have to stay determined. Your frustration, guess what, ain't going to help you get through your drill. You could be as frustrated as you want, but I'd rather accomplish something not being frustrated, but I'd rather accomplish something being determined. And oftentimes we allow our emotions can actually hinder us. If you're angry and frustrated, that's not going to help you overcome or achieve your goal. No, it's the determination. Determination helps me to focus that this is what I want to accomplish, and I have to stay determined. I can't allow myself to be frustrated because listen, frustrated would cause me not to be disciplined. But determination will cause me to 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 stay disciplined to accomplish whatever it is. So stay hungry. Stay hungry. So what? Nobody's motivating you. Stay hungry. So what? Nobody's in your corner and patting you on your back. Stay hungry. You listen. You have to stay hungry. You are the one that has to accomplish the goal. Stay hungry. Go after it. I often tell young people, I said, the only thing that stops you is you. We stop ourselves. We stop ourselves because we want to put too much thought into it. We stop ourselves because we worried about what the next person gonna say and all that. Listen, squash all that. Go after it. Go do it. Even if you have naysayers, allow your naysayers to be your motivation to go do it. Just because you said I couldn't do it, I know I'm determined enough to go do it. When I used to play sports, and I'm used to, I had to learn at a young age. I was so used to being overlooked, or I was so used to being looked down upon, that I had to learn that just because this person views me that way does not mean that's who I am. Just because they don't feel or believe in me or believe that I can't do it doesn't mean I can't do it. I used to love, I had to learn how to take negativity and allow the negativity to motivate me to not just to prove somebody wrong, but to motivate me to accomplish the goal. I used to love when they say, oh, he's not this, he's not that, he's not a good basketball player, he's this, he's that. I used to love it because guess what? When I went on the basketball court, then I was able to show them. When I went on the football field, I was able to show them The very thing that you say I'm not. And oftentimes, what I find out, and this is the reason why you got to stay hungry, people that don't believe in you, people that try to discourage you, they're actually envy. They envy you because they see something in you that they wish that was in them. And so what they try to do is discourage you so you can't find that very thing that's within you. Because sometimes we just don't know. Sometimes we just don't know. And so I used to love, I had to learn how to turn that negativity into a motivation. And so every time they said I wasn't, I said, yes, best believe when I go on that football field, best believe when I go on that basketball court, I'm going to show them that the proof is in the pudding because I stayed hungry. The minute that they said that I wasn't this is are the days that I went out and I worked on my handles, and the days I went out and I worked on my jump shot, the days that I went out and worked on my pivot moves and worked on all my skills because I knew that I wanted to prove them wrong. And so I allowed their negativity, I allowed their hatred, I allowed their envy to motivate me to prove them wrong. I allowed it. Why? Because I stayed hungry. I stayed hungry. You got to stay hungry. Listen, I'm not looking for somebody to fill my appetite. I feel my appetite because I'm determined. I'm determined to win. I'm determined to overcome. I'm determined to be a champion. And you have to have that champion mindset. I'm not looking at the wins and losses. I'm a champion whether I win or I lose. And we have to understand that whether I win or lose, I'm still a champion. Like the win or the loss doesn't determine the champion. No, it's what I did to get to that point. It's the time and effort and energy and work ethic that I put in that determines me as a champion. Because the reality of a champion is a champion in every aspect of your life. You can stay hungry in every aspect of your life. And so you're gonna have to stay motivated. You're gonna have to find your passion. You're gonna have to find these things. It's in you, but you got to bring it out. And it's good to be connected to the right people because the right people help brings those things out of you. All right. It's good to be who you connected with oftentimes determines where you go. I know you probably heard something like that, but who you're connected to. I'm connected to great men and women in my life. And yes, it's part of where I'm going. It's a part of where I'm going. And guess what? God ordains those things. God sets those things up. Because when God knows where he wants to take you, he connects you with the right people to help you get there. Connects you with the right people to help you get there. And I have great men and women in my life, including my wife. Including my wife. She is a great inspiration to me. She's a great inspiration. I see what you don't see. I see her drive. I see her push. And those things keep me hungry. Those things, when I see my wife, her ambition, her drive, her hunger, those things, man, keep me going, keep me grinding. All right. So listen, got to have the right people in your life. That does help. Even when, even if my wife is not saying anything at that moment, I'm still motivated. I'm not motivated by what she say. I'm motivated by what she does. Sometimes staying hungry is having the right people in your life. You will be motivated and encouraged and hungry because you see what they're doing, not what they're saying. See, it doesn't always have to be what somebody is saying. If you're connected to the right people, you see what they are doing, and then that sometimes will motivate you, will encourage you. That's why you got to stay hungry. Got to stay hungry. Got to stay hungry. It was like something that was like brewing in me. Like, man, you got to stay hungry. I tell my students every day, got to stay hungry. You got to go after it. Only thing is, you know, I'm going to help push you. I'm going to help push you because I'm not going to let my young people or people that are in my life, I'm not going to let them be less than who they are. I can't. I can't let you be less than who you are. You have to become better. And I would tell my children that. I said, you have to be better than me. You have to be. It's mandatory that my sons and my daughter become better than me. It's mandatory. It's necessary for them to become better than me. I'm pushing them whether they want to be pushed or not. I'm motivating them whether they want to be motivated or not. They have to be, because there's a generation of us that's coming after them. And if I can motivate and push them to become better than me, then they'll do the same. They'll do the same. I have a grandbaby now, and best believe, you know, um, yeah, I'm a young grandparent, but best believe I'm gonna push and motivate and encourage her. It's so important that you stay hungry. Stay hungry. That's my motivation. Today is Friday. It's Good Friday. It's a good Friday, and it's a good day for me on a Good Friday. All right. It's a good day for me on a Good Friday. I know it's all about our Savior and all that He has done. That's what Good Friday is about. All right. And Him conquering death, conquering Satan, conquering the grave, all that good stuff. It's a Good Friday. But it's a good day as well as a Good Friday. So stay hungry. Stay hungry. Stay motivated. Stay encouraged. I don't know what's on your plate. I don't know what you're striving for. I don't know what you're about to do. I don't know what you're about to accomplish. But my inspirational moment for you is stay hungry. So feel free to share. Feel free to share. I got all of my social media um, lives on. Got YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. So listen, stay hungry, stay motivated, go after it, be encouraged. You know, mistakes are not a bad thing. Mistakes are learning. And that's what I teach my students. I teach my students that you didn't make a mistake, you're learning. That shifts the perspective of mistake, because when you look at mistake, you feel defeated. But if I'm learning, I'm encouraged. Stop telling kids, stop beating kids up when they make a mistake. No, let them know you just learned something. That helps a child stay motivated. I would never, and my kids, if they were on here, they would tell you I never beat up on my kids because they made a mistake. I said, no, you're learning. So I'm gonna encourage you to learn. One, learn not to do that again because we see the results of it. But you're learning. All right. Reason why my children go get it because it's how my wife and I, how we raised them and poured into them and encouraged them, uplifted them. It's so important that you watch what you say, how you say it, when you say it. So important. You don't want to kill your children, your niece, your nephew, your grandchild. You don't want to kill their drive. You got to watch what you say. See, when you're hungry, you're going to find ways to motivate them and encourage them. And that's what I do. I never told my children they were stupid. I never told my children they were idiots. I never told my children they would never be anything. I would, if I was to say those things, I'm killing their ambition. I'm killing their dreams. I never swore at my children. I never cussed my children out. I was so motivated and so determined to become better that I was very watchful in how I spoke into their life because I was hungry, to become better. And as I became hungry to become better, guess what? My children were hungry to become better. When you're hungry and you're determined, listen, you even motivate and talk to people differently. So stay hungry. Stay hungry. I'm saying all these things because guess what? My generation is preparing the next generation because that next generation that I'm preparing is coming after me. They're coming after me. My children are coming after me. Their generation is coming after me. And so we have to prepare them. We have to prepare them. All right. And so as I come to a close, I pray that I've shared something that was motivational, something that was very encouraging. Stay hungry. Um, those who, and to my YouTube and to my Instagram people and to Facebook, listen, join us on this coming Sunday. We got a powerful resurrection service. We're going to celebrate and worship the true and living God. All right. He is risen. And how do we know that Christ is risen? Because we're alive spiritually, not just physically. We have enough people that are the walking dead. They showed you the show, The Walking Dead. And the Walking Dead are really people that are alive naturally, but they're spiritually dead. But we are no longer dead. We are alive because we are alive spiritually. and we're alive spiritually through Christ. The Bible says the same spirit that resurrected Jesus is the same spirit that yet resurrected us that believe. So be encouraged, stay hungry, enjoy your resurrection Sunday. I know we're used to saying Easter. No, it's about the resurrection. And yes, I do know Easter is in the Bible. It's in the Bible one time. And if you study the context of it, it does talk about that it refers to the resurrection, or but it has nothing to do with it. When you study the origin of Easter, it has nothing to do with it. But be encouraged, stay motivated. Just sharing some little nuggets now. Join us on this coming Sunday. Our address is 3507 Suite 3, Canfield Road. We're on the west side of Youngstown and Cornersburg area. Listen, come on out. Come on out. Thank you. God bless you. Appreciate you. My YouTubers, thank you. My Instagram, thank you. I think it's Quentin. Bless you, man. Appreciate that encouragement. My YouTubers, thank you for jumping on. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Definitely need your subscription. I want to build my YouTube channel. For those on Instagram and Facebook, if you look up Justin Burnett SR, definitely subscribe. All right. I just want to pour into you. I want to love on you. I want to help you to be an overcomer. I want to help you live a fulfilled life, not just a successful life. All right. There's a difference from fulfillment and success. All right. Whole different inspirational moment. I'll talk about that later. But definitely subscribe. And when you subscribe, keep the subscription, even if you don't watch the videos. All right. Definitely keep the subscription. If you subscribe, hey, stay subscribed. It keeps me encouraged to encourage you. God bless, and tune in next time. Hope to see you this Sunday. We will be live at 11 a.m. Worship starts at 10:30. We go live at 11 a.m. So tune in and be blessed.